hummingbird. Oh my gosh. So pretty. Hey y'all, welcome back to Summertime Tarot. This is Summer here. Today I'm going to be doing a video on Bruh. Hey y'all, welcome back to Summertime Tarot. Summer here. Today we're going to be talking about journaling, okay? So, before I even begin, today's video is sponsored by Mama Tarot. She was nice enough to send me these two journals free of charge in exchange for a review. So if you're interested in my thoughts on these two journals, make sure you stick around to the end. But first, we're just going to talk a little bit about journaling, okay? So, what is journaling? Journaling is just a reflective process. It's when you sit down, you write, you draw, you doodle, you do whatever just to express your feelings, your thoughts. It doesn't have to be any kind of specific way or in any specific manner. You don't have to use formal language. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do, because journaling is for you. If you struggle with stress, anxiety, depression, journaling can provide you with a space where you feel comfortable and safe to express your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, to get it out in a positive way, to become more aware of it so that you can therefore control any negative emotional feelings, any negative self-talk that you may be dealing with, that you want to change, and to create more positive self-talk. There is no right or wrong way to journal. Only your way. Do what is easy for you. Do what feels right for you. If that means doodling, writing in first person, third person, story form, poetry, whatever it is, right? You make the rules. The only thing that's really important is that you be consistent. Whatever consistent looks like for you. If that's daily, weekly, monthly, just make sure you set aside time to really focus on spending time with yourself, reflecting, and connecting with your emotions, with your mental. If you'd like to start journaling but you don't know where to start, don't feel restricted by having to go out and buy a fancy journal. That's always an option, but it's not the only option. You can start as small or as large, as expensive or as cheap as you want. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's something that you like, you want to come to, and you want to pour out your thoughts, your feelings, your hopes, your dreams into. Don't really worry about how you're going to start. Just start. If you have a hard time expressing yourself as fully with the written word, there are other ways to connect with your inner world. You can try drawing, dancing, crocheting, creating jewelry. Whatever way helps you to connect with your inner world, to feel your feelings as fully as possible, to understand your thoughts and perceptions of things. Just get out there and do it. That's all that really matters. Let's talk about these here journals, right? 30 days of talking to my inner child and 30 days of talking to my shadow. These are by Miss Shani Way, the owner of Mama Tarot. Make sure you check her out on Instagram. Okay, you can find these on Amazon if you're interested in purchasing these books. The links are down below. So these are, as it says, beginner friendly. These journals actually have prompts already in them, right? So if you have been curious about, inner child healing, shadow work, you probably Googled like, okay, shadow work, and you probably came across something like meeting your inner shadow, prompts to connect with your shadow self, right? But these already have, this is a journal that specifically focuses on that, so it already has the prompts within them. Wonderful. If you don't feel like, going out and searching for prompts or even coming up with them on your own, these are a good thing to have. What I do like about these journals is that, like I said, it already has a prompt for each day. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to worry about it. You can sit down, you can go through the journal all at once, or you can do it as you see fit, go with the flow. If you feel like journaling that day, good. If you don't, keep it to the next day, okay? Or you can spend more time on one prompt, go through it multiple days, however you see fit. That's what's wonderful about these, right? It's not like you're in a rush. It's for you. Another thing is, right, it has like really good questions in here. Questions that maybe you haven't pondered or you didn't spend a lot of time pondering or sit down and write about. You know what I'm saying? And those questions can really be good for your reflective process, for your healing journey. Actually sitting down and taking that time, taking the space to really think about, okay, how did this make me feel? What was my experience of this? What did I like at this time of my life? It's really good to really be asked those questions and to ask yourself those questions. Certain things begin to click within your brain, within your mind after, certain questions are asked. Has someone ever asked you something, you be like, yo, I never even thought about it like that. I never even, put it together that way. And that's what's wonderful about prompted journals and about these journals specifically, being that each book, right, focuses on one area, right? So we have inner child, we have shadow. Having a specific book, a specific area that you go to, piece of physical something that you sit down with and focus your attention on your shadow work, on your inner child healing, is really beneficial, right? Rather than, having it all splayed out or not very much focused. It makes it easier. It makes it a little bit less, stressful, anxiety inducing. I've journaled on and off, but my thing is, I'm gonna just admit it here on camera. I'm kind of like hard-headed, and I don't like being told what to do. So actually having like a prompt that I have to do, some days I'm gonna be like, yo, don't tell me what to do. So that's like one of the cons. Like if you're like me, right, having, like I said, someone tell me what to do, what to write about, I need it, obviously, inner child healing. But I don't so much like it. When I come to journal, when I sit down to journal, I like to just let it come out, whatever it is, and not feel like I have to follow some prompt or write about one thing. But the good thing is, like, you can flip around, you can choose, right? But at the same time, I don't know, it can be a bit restrictive for me. I found it a bit restrictive. But on the other end of that, right, it kind of teaches discipline, right? If you think about, well, it makes me think back to when, I went to English class in school, and, you would get in each day and you would have that 5 minutes to start where it's like, okay, you have a writing prompt, go ahead and write it out, bust it out, let me see what you got, So it feels like that for me. And I guess, in reality, it brings up those feelings of, I don't so much like this, which I feel has actually been helpful when it comes to, healing those parts of me that don't do well with restriction or authority, right? Part of shadow work and inner child healing, honestly. Another thing that I didn't so much like, right, it's just aesthetics. Like, I love that she's promoting herself. Yes, girl. Yes, do it. But for me, right, when I look at my journal, I want to see myself. When I sit with my journal, I want to see myself. And I had a hard time connecting with these journals simply because when I looked at them, they didn't feel like they were mine, right? And it could be due to the pictures, it could be due to the title on it, right? It's just different from what, as you can see, right? This is how I this is the journals I usually pick, right? So, or this, right? Very kind of plain. I don't really like much on it. I like it to be simple, without any kind of writing on it, without any kind of words, right? And you see it does have words on it. So it kind of felt like it was a book that wasn't mine, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And that kind of made it hard for me to connect and to open up in the way that is necessary when you are journaling. But all in all, that shouldn't stop you from getting these journals, right? They're very good to add to your collection, right? If you are starting out on your journaling process, if you are just starting out connecting with your inner child, with your shadow, doing your shadow work, these are a good resource to have, a good way to start opening up and really reflecting and connecting to these aspects of yourself on a deeper level, okay? With a little bit of help, with a little bit of guidance. It's always good to have that. It's always good to have this as an option when, you know, that free-flowing stuff ain't working for you at the moment, okay? When you need a little bit more structure, when you need a little bit more restrictions, it's always good to have the options, right? So I am glad that I do have them. I will be continuing to use them because I haven't finished them, but I will. I plan on doing it. But other options for when you're journaling, right? You don't have to have, like, you don't have to buy these, although they are a good resource. And if you are interested and you would like to, get them, girl, okay? Or boo, boy, whatever you want to be called, okay? Now, other options are to just get you a little composition book, right? This is my little watermelon friend. It says, cute any way you slice it, okay? Now, you can get you a little composition book. This is, it's called Poetic Wanderlust, right? I got it because I was like, ooh, I could write poetry in here. I don't. It's just a journal now. Or if you want to go this route, like your girl, right? These are actually sketchbooks, right? I love. Listen, okay? I love journaling in sketchbooks. Why? The pages are, like, the paper is so nice. You can use, right? Because I love writing with, like, what are these pens called? Like, really ink pens. What are these? I don't know what these are, but like the these, what is this? What is this? Help me out, y'all. What are these called? I don't know what kind of pen. I don't know what these are called. But I like writing with these, right? And so the ink is really heavy. And with, like, composition books or just, like, you know, lined pages, the ink just be spilling through, and I don't like that. But when you get it in a sketchbook, girl, you ain't gotta worry about that. You ain't gotta worry about that because the paper is so thick, because it's for, you know, mixed media. This is for watercolor, this is for ink, all that good stuff. So it's not, you ain't gotta worry about it bleeding through, okay? So you can get you a sketchbook, a composition book, whatever kind of book. But, you know, if you're like me and you don't like lines, sketchbook. They also have the dotted books. If you don't like the lines, but you kind of want a reference when you're writing, you want it to look neat, you can get the dotted books. Or you can just, right, if you're worried about, you know, you got a budget. I mean, sketchbooks ain't that expensive if you go to, like, Walmart. But if you're trying to just go to the Dollar Tree like your girl, get you a composition book. Another option is to, you know, use your notes on your phone, right? So you have options you can get, and you don't have to, like, buy one. But if you got the means and you're interested in going that route, you know, there are plenty of guided journals, but check these out to begin with. But also, you know, if you don't want to buy a guided journal but you would like prompts, like I said earlier, you can Google. There are plenty of people that have put out prompts for shadow work, for inner child healing, for you name it, it's out there, okay? So just, you know, be open to finding whatever it is that you need, and it's out there. Hopefully this helped you, right? If you have any other questions about journaling, or if you would like another video on journaling, let me know. I am open to whatever you want me to make a video about. Put it in the comments. Your girl is all ears, okay? Let me know. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, or if you would like any kind of spiritual goodies, make sure you head to the website Summertime Tarot to book that, to purchase. As always, I really appreciate you. It's been very much a delight spending time with you today. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Speak good things out into this world. I love you lots. Peace out. Get out and journal, yeah!